Hey guys, thanks for joining me again on Ollie Talks Airsoft. Today we're going to be talking a little bit more about the FNX-45, and in this video we're going to be talking about the various torch attachment methods for it, and we're also going to be talking about the RMR and how that might change the recoil pattern that you get and some of the efficiency that it might affect as well. But if you haven't already, subscribe and you're going to get notified of all my upcoming videos, and then you're not going to miss out. Anyway, right, let's get to it. So first thing we're going to talk about here is the torch attachment method. So here I've got two Surefires, and these may as well be other torches. So what these actually represent, rather than being two Surefires, is the different attachment methods that you're going to get. So one is going to be a screw attachment where you can manually tighten it. The other one is going to be a plate that basically comes up and will interface with either a rail system or something like this on a Glock, where you've got this here. So the difference is that when you attach a Surefire A to a Glock, you get a very, very solid, secure lockup. However, when you attach it onto something like this, you do get the wobble, as I pointed out in my last video. So the way to get around this is basically have any torch where you've got some adjustability on the tightness. So on this one, I can put it on and I can tighten the thumb stud on the side here. So if you've got, for example, an Olight, a Valkyrie or something, I know they've got a lever, but you can actually use a screw on the other side to still adjust how tight that's going to be. So you've still got that adjustment and you can get that nice solid lockup that everyone wants. So that's the first thing I'm going to say. If you want to put a torch on here, make sure that it's got some sort of adjustability in the attachment method. Okay, and it's not just a clip on, clip off. It's appealing. Also, when you attach onto a polymer frame, something like this, I wouldn't ever tighten anything more than hand tight. So, because ultimately with a polymer frame, you could end up bending something or damaging something. And as we all know, with these pistols, you can actually separate the lower a little bit, so you do have to be careful. Okay, next thing we're going to talk about is the RMR and how it attaches, and why you have to use the Tokyo Marui RMR on this particular FNX model. So we've got an unloaded gun here. There's nothing in the chamber. So let's just see how much it weighs in its current state. So 537 grams. Now let's just add the RMR. 552. So it's not really adding a huge amount of weight. But let's, as we have in some of the other videos, let's check the weight of the moving parts. So first you've got to remove the 16mm clockwise thread protector. The gun, move it back to the decocking position, and there we go, open. So the parts that are actually going to be shooting back and forward in this gun is this part here. So let's see how much it weighs. 106 grams I've got there, and I know that the RMR plate weighs 2 grams, so let's add this on and take 2 off. So 119. So it's really not adding a huge amount of weight. It's maybe adding 10%, so you probably expect about 10% more recoil, and we're going to be testing that in the last part of the video. So let's quickly put this back together. Yep. Okay, so all back in one piece. Right, so let's put that to one side for the second, and let's talk about the actual RMRs themselves. So here I've got the Tokyo Marui, and I've got it set on low power, and here I've got a replica Trijicon, which is also set on low power. So if I can pick up the dots on these, you see on low power, they're the TM one is quite a bit brighter. But and this is a brand new fresh battery. I've already filmed this once and the battery had died. So let's put them both on high power and let's see what you get. There we go. So a similar brightness. So this isn't a real Trijicon, this is a replica. But it will at least give you an idea of how bright the TM1 actually goes. I'll see if I can get it on camera, the actual difference in the brightness setting. There you go, you can sort of see it dim down and brighten up there. That haloing at the top, you don't see that in real life. So let's see how this actually attaches. So I've got my Allen key here. There's no mag in the gun. So I'm just going to take off these screws here. And what you'll notice underneath is that that pattern there is very different to anything that you've probably seen before. So it matches obviously perfectly with the Tokyo Marui, and when you put, when you put the TM sight on here, it sits perfectly. It has it's got no movement on there at all, and it also perfectly co-witnesses. If I put it on low power, probably see that a little bit better. There, it perfectly co-witnesses, and it, you know, it does have a little bit of adjustability. You've got left and right adjustment and up and down adjustment on the top as well. If you say already had an RMR, probably a bit like this one, you notice it's only got 2 holes here for the screws to go through on this particular one. So if we try and put it on, it's going to rocking horse all over the place, and it's not actually going to sit on there. So let's pop this on. You get 2 screws that come with it. I'll quickly do this off camera. And there it is, all attached on, nice and low profile, co-witnesses well, super lightweight. So when we look at the next part of the video, which is going to have the shooting, hopefully you're going to see that actually the recoil really isn't affected by the RMR. And actually, as far as RMRs go, it's pretty good. It's relatively clear glass, it's coated, it's okay. It's very plasticky, but that's what you get. You know, that's the lightweight part of it. So let's get into the shooting part of the video, and then I'll do a summary at the end. Okay, so my protection is on. Got a full mag here. Let's give this a go. So look out for the recoil impulse. So exactly the same thing again, but this time we've got the RMR on there. So again, pay attention to the recoil pattern. And we're out. So guys, that was it. It's pretty cool, to be honest. The RMR doesn't really seem to slow everything down. It shoots fine with the suppressor or the silencer on it, and yeah, it's a really cool tactical 45. You can get really similar things, like, so this is a 9mm, so this is a Glock, sort of similar setup. You know, you've got your suppressor, you've got your RMR sight. This comes in about 250 grams lighter. But if you're one of those guys that really likes a 45, then this is a cool gun, guys. So hopefully you found this information useful, informative. If you have, leave a like. If not, I'll try and do better next time. But anyway, I'll see you on the next video.